Welcome to the first episode of Without Borders. We also have a podcast and a website, but this is the show for nomads, expats, immigrants, third culture children, and anyone else that feels inescapably foreign, kind of like me. So I was born in Chile, moved to Belgium, and then grew up in Canada. And the second I kind of felt a sense of home in Canada, I just fucked off to Spain. And this is where I've been living for the past 2 years. So today we're going to do something very Spanish, and that is morning drinking. And I'm going to show you where to find the best carajillo in Spain. So today we're in Castellon de la Plana. Well, to be specific, we're in the barrio El Grao, and that's where I live. And I don't live on the side where most of the guiris. Guiris means white-ass foreigner, by the way. But most of them live on the beach in some nice houses, and I live in the place where I'm pretty sure I'm the only guiri. Pues ahora les ponemos la calle y después carajillos. Pero this is called mejor de arroz, so rice liquor, but it's well, I think it's around 15-20%.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah. Breakfast.
Oh my goodness. What time is it? It's like 11 a.m.
2 drinks deep. I'm behind schedule here.
That's good.
Apparently, the best carajillos, the spoon is supposed to float on the top. I've only had it work once, and it wasn't the best carajillo, so I don't think it's a true rule. But this one is one of the best carajillos I've ever had, and let's just see if the spoon floats. Good.
Okay, that means it's a really good one. I haven't had one of these for a long time.
So what, 8 years or something?
8 years, yeah. Let's try it.
So is enough of the alcohol burned away, or
They have some alcohol. They have some alcohol in it, and it's very sugary. But it's like delicious.
Yeah.
Really good.
So Ruben and I all of a sudden just ended up with this empty pack of cigarettes. Neither of us smoke. So I guess someone just threw it on our table. Is that normal in Spain? Is it normal just to throw your garbage on someone's table?
I wouldn't do it, but yeah, I mean, like this is very local, so yeah, why not? Yeah, part of the culture.
Yeah. The full experience, yeah. Hasta luego. So we just got 2 carajillos, caña, so that's a beer. Then we got Coca-Cola Zero. Then we got a bocadillo de sepia, which is a cuttlefish sub. And then, well, I guess the licor de arroz was free, and that all came to 10 euros.
So good.
That's why I live here.
How is it?
Oh, it's delicious. This is my favorite way, actually. But I kind of feel giddy when I order it because this is with ginebra, which is gin. And it's not the traditional or common way. The most common way here is with rum, which is rum, or cognac, obviously. And here you can see they have the little lemon peel, just like in the last place. But they also have the little coffee beans in here. And then it's always cremallet. And cremallet essentially just means burnt. And you can also just order cremallet, which is alcohol burnt, and then they put a little lemon peel in it. And a carajillo is cremallet with the cafe, with the coffee. And then in Spanish, I guess you would say quemado, or what's the diminutive of quemado?
Quemado, quemadito.
Quemadito. But if someone says, oh, carajillo is quemadito, means that they're ordering it outside the region of Valencia. And honestly, the best carajillos are inside Comunidad Valencia, and especially in Castellon. And that's where we are, and that's why we're finding the best carajillos in Spain today. But I think there are like 3 bars just surrounding the police station here in Grao.
Let's go.
Oh, here you go. Actually, no, we have a bar inside the police station.
That's insane. Primero se le echa azúcar, ¿no?
Sí, primero el azúcar, una proporción de aproximadamente unos 30 gramos, más o menos. Luego la piel de un limón, la piel. Le pones 2 o 3 granos de café.
Y en tu opinión, ¿es mejor con ron o con cognac?
Es igual, es indistinto. Si te gusta el coñac, pues el coñac. Si te gusta el ron, pues el ron.
¿Cuál es el más
Hay gente que
común?
lo piden de vodka, de ginebra.
Sí, yo me gusta con ginebra también.
También, ¿no?
Un poco menos dulce.
Claro, es más seco.
Sí.
Al vapor. Y luego se quema. Luego se quema. Hasta que el azúcar se disuelva. Todo el azúcar se tiene que disolver.
Tiene que
Y
desaparecer.
entonces, con el azúcar y el ron, se hace un tipo de jarabe. Se hace denso ese jarabe.
Y el piso es siempre cerca del vaso, porque
Para que no caiga de golpe. Si cae de golpe se puede mezclar. Un carajillo.
perfecto.
Carajillo de 3 pisos. 1, 2 y 3.
Sí.
Porque se ve que no está mezclado.
Claro.
Qué bueno, pues muchas gracias.
Ahora me tenéis que pagar los derechos de imagen, que son 200.000 euros.
Ah, perfecto.
All right, so I've been drinking from 9 till 11. That was almuerzo in Spain. And now I gotta burn out some calories because that was just a shit ton of sugar. I'm also wired from the caffeine. And around 1 o'clock, 2 o'clock is when Menú del Día starts, and that's to have lunch. So yeah, hopefully I'll burn some calories and get hungry para comer.
This guy is crazy. He just went into the water. I would never do that. Like, no way. That's when you tell someone. Yeah. That's when you say someone is a proper geary. That's a proper geary right there.
All right, so we're on our way to the restaurant now. But one thing I've always wanted to know is why doesn't anyone lay on the grass here? I do it sometimes. But
Well, that's a very geary thing to do. Basically, in Spain, it's the dog's toilet. That's where you take your dog, right? So you don't lay down.
so I've just been laying in dog piss.
Pretty much, yeah. You and any other
Any other
geary,
gearies.
any other geary from the UK, Canada, US, yeah.
Fuck.
So yeah, don't do it.
All right, so I finished the workout, probably burnt only 1/3 of the sugar that I ingested with those carajillos, but I'm ready to eat. What you always get in Comunidad Valencia is pan con ajo aceite y tomate. And ajo aceite looks like mayonnaise, but what it actually is just olive oil and garlic, and you whip it together, and that's what gives it the creamy texture. And then, of course, we have Valenciana, and common misconception. A lot of people think that paella traditionally is with fish, but the real paella valenciana, is with conejo, which is rabbit, and then a little bit of chicken, and the red color comes from pimiento, which paprika, right?
Paprika, yeah.
And then also a little bit of saffron. But if
Yeah.
you go to a restaurant, usually they don't put as much saffron in. It's usually at a home cooked paella. And then we got tigres, mejillones de tigres. So these are mussels, and then they kind of whip it together and deep fry it. And then we have croquetas de setas, because Ruben is vegetarian, or reducitarian actually. Reducitarian just means that Ruben doesn't cook meat at home, but if he's around friends, then he doesn't mind if the meat touches his dish or anything like that. He'll still eat it. In other words, he calls it a reducitarian. I call it not being a douchebag. Ruben, you said there's a story behind croquetas. What's the story behind croquetas?
Yeah, so actually croquetas come from France. They were made from the leftovers of other dishes. So they would reuse that stuff to make croquetas.
That sounds reducitarian to me. All right. And by the way, this is going to be the end of today's episode. This is Without Borders. Remember, we also have a podcast. We have my website, withoutborders.fyi. What I'm trying to do is create a community for people that are kind of lost like I am, people who feel torn between two cultures. And next week, Ruben and I are thinking about going to Barcelona, and I'm going to talk a little bit more about the meat culture, because if you look at the menu right now,
Yeah, it's all meat or fish based. So there's not many vegetarian options.
yeah, like Ruben, for you, can you actually go out as a vegetarian? Like, what can you get usually in Spain as a vegetarian?
Pretty much you can get bread with some tomato, and then olives, Spanish omelette. There's not many options really.
Yeah. So next week, tune in, because we're going to go to Barcelona, and we're going to give you a guide on how to find vegetarian food in Barcelona. But I'm a bit more of a carnivore. Ruben's a better person than I am. And I'm going to do a little bit of explaining about the meat culture here in Spain. So please tune in next time.